What's up, guys? My name is Brandon. You guys can call me Swifters, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video here on my channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 10 more things that were removed from Fortnite Battle Royale. You guys seemed to absolutely love the last 10 things removed in Fortnite video that I did a few weeks ago, so I wanted to go ahead and bring it back, taking a look at 10 additional things that have since been removed from Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, if there is anything that I forget in today's video, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if there are any other things that were removed that I failed to mention. Also, if you guys haven't already, be sure to check out my last 10 things that were removed in Fortnite video. I'm going to go ahead and have it linked in the description below. But with all of that being said, let's get started with today's video, taking a look at 10 more things that were removed from Fortnite Battle Royale. So the very first thing that has since been removed from Fortnite since the game first came out is actually the old default dance music. Now, as you guys may recall, if you've been playing Fortnite since it first came out, there were actually 3 default songs that your character would play while he did the dance, and we're gonna go ahead and take a listen to all 3 of those songs. So as I said, when Fortnite first came out, there were 3 default songs for the default music. However, the first 2 that I showed you are the only dances that are still in the game, and the very last dance song has since been removed from Fortnite Battle Royale. So let's go ahead and take a listen to it one last time. So moving on to the next thing, which has since been removed from Fortnite, this is actually some of the default character skins. And when Fortnite first came out, there was actually a lot of variety to the default character skins, considering those were the only skins that were in the game. And with those skins, we can clearly see that some of those default skins had a really cool camouflage pattern. Some of them had specific color accents on them, and this was really cool. But if we go ahead and take a look at the default character skins that are now in Fortnite, we can see that all of them look pretty much the same. They're all wearing a green and black sort of outfit, and if we go back and take a look at some of those other default character skins, the ones that were first in Fortnite were a lot cooler. So the cooler, different variety of default skin characters have obviously been removed from Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, moving on to the next thing that has been removed from Fortnite Battle Royale, and this is actually a place or a location on the map, and I don't know about you guys, but I miss it deeply. A lot of people really want this place to return. This is the factory. Now, this factory is found close to Salty Springs, close to Dusty Depot, or now at Dusty Divot, but of course, with the introduction of Season 4, Epic Games has decided to completely remove this factory, and I don't know about you guys, but I really like this place. And as I said, a lot of people really miss it as well, and they're petitioning to get this factory introduced or reintroduced back into Fortnite Battle Royale in an upcoming update. As I said, I really enjoyed going to this place, and it really sucks that it's been removed from Fortnite, but I've got my fingers crossed that hopefully Dusty Divot will be completely patched up soon, and we will get this factory back in the game once again. So moving on to the next item, which has been removed from Fortnite, and this is the purple tac shotgun. Now, I didn't mention this in my last video of things that were removed, and people were commenting about it, so I've decided to include it in today's video. But as you guys may or may not recall, a little bit over a month ago, the developers decided to change the rarities of all of the shotguns in the game, and in doing so, they removed the purple tac shotgun. They also removed the gray pump shotgun. Basically, what the developers did was shifted all of the rarities around for the shotguns, and in doing so, they completely removed the gray pump shotgun, and instead we now have a green pump and a blue pump. And also, they completely removed the legendary or the purple tac, and instead we now have a gray tac, a green tac, and a blue tac. Basically, the purple tac shotgun is now the blue tac shotgun, but of course, the purple legendary tac shotgun is now no longer in Fortnite. Now, the next thing which has been removed from Fortnite is actually another weapon, and honestly, I was pretty hesitant to include it in this list just because it was removed so long ago and so many people already know about it. And the only reason why I'm including it in today's video is because so many people were commenting about it on the last one, so I decided to include it. This is the Zapatron. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is a weapon that I actually never used. It was introduced into Fortnite Battle Royale a long time ago, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was only in the game for 1 day, and then the developers decided to take it out, and I believe that there's actually only one video clip of someone using it. But basically, it is a really powerful weapon that shoots an electric shock to an enemy, killing them instantaneously. Again, I never actually used this weapon, but I was playing Fortnite when it was added into the game, and obviously when it was removed that same day. But of course, the Zapatron is clearly no longer in Fortnite. So moving on to the next item, which has since been removed from Fortnite. This is actually another weapon, and this is the pumpkin rocket launcher. Some of you guys may not actually remember when this weapon was added, or even when it was removed, because you may not have been playing Fortnite, but the pumpkin rocket launcher is clearly a Halloween themed weapon. It was added back in October with the Fortnite Mirrors update. The really awesome thing about this weapon is it shot a pumpkin head instead of a rocket, and it made a really creepy sound. So if you were having this rocket shot at you, you could just see the pumpkin head flying at you with a green trail of smoke, making a cackling, laughing, creepy noise. It was a really cool thing, and I really like how the developers added Halloween or really just holiday themed weapons into the game. But of course, because it is no longer October or no longer Halloween, the pumpkin rocket launcher is obviously no longer here. So moving on to the next thing which has been removed, this is actually another weapon, and this is the snowball launcher. So like the pumpkin rocket launcher, the snowball grenade launcher is obviously another holiday themed weapon. I believe it was added back in December, and it stayed a little bit up through January. But of course, the snowball grenade launcher, rather than shooting grenades, it shot snowballs. Now, like the pumpkin launcher, it also made a crazy noise, so whenever you had someone shooting this launcher at you, it was pretty terrifying just because of how loud the noise of the launcher was. But of course, because it is no longer the holiday season, the snowball launcher has since been removed. Now, the next thing which has been removed from Fortnite is another weapon, and I promise you guys, this is the last weapon of today's video, and this is the egg launcher. Now, the egg launcher was rather recent in Fortnite. It was introduced, I believe, in early March or early April. I don't necessarily remember, but of course, the egg launcher was there for the Easter holiday, and rather than shooting grenades, the egg launcher shot eggs. Like all of the previous weapons that have been removed, this is obviously a holiday-themed item, and it was very loud. It was very terrifying when an enemy was shooting this at you, and I honestly think that the egg launcher was by far the loudest of all of these holiday themed items. I'm honestly really happy that it was removed just because of how crazy loud and terrifying it was. Regardless, because it is no longer Easter, the egg launcher is obviously no longer here. Now, moving on to the next thing which has been removed from Fortnite. This is actually something that was in the game for 1 day. It's very recent, and I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to include it in today's video because it most likely will be coming back, but when it was added, it was later removed just a few hours later. Of course, this is the refund system. This is something I know a ton of people really want to return to Fortnite, and it's pretty self-explanatory. This was a system that allowed you guys to redeem up to 3 cosmetic items that you had purchased over a 30-day period for the V-Bucks that you guys had originally acquired it for. A lot of people really want to return some of their old skins that they had just purchased that they no longer like, but the developers decided to take it out. I believe that there was some issue on the back end that forced them to have to take it out and fix it. Of course, the refund system is now no longer in Fortnite, even though it was in the game for less than a day. However, it will hopefully be coming back very soon. So with the last thing which has been removed from Fortnite Battle Royale is something that has actually been reintroduced into the game, and I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to include it in today's video just because it's actually in Fortnite right now. But as I said, it was once removed, then the developers decided to bring it back. This is the Boogie Bomb. Now, I believe it was removed with patch volume 2.5 and then reinstated into the game with patch volume 3.3. Don't quote me on that. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely think that the Boogie Bomb needs to be vaulted. It's really not all that good. It's really not something a lot of people use, and I'm honestly surprised that the developers decided to actually bring it back into the game. I definitely think they should have just kept it out, but of course, I wanted to include it in today's video just because it was an item which was once removed from Fortnite. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new. As I mentioned earlier, if there are any other items that I failed to mention in this video, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be sure to catch you guys later.